Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today. Many of us may well be stuck at home at the moment, but I hope you will join me for a journey around the world to discover De Beers' new high jewellery collection, Reflections of Nature. I'm Rachel Garahan, Jewellery and Watch Director at British Vogue, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome Céline Assoumon, De Beers Jewellers' new Chief Executive. Céline is a 20-year luxury veteran who cut her teeth at a host of prestigious houses, including Piaget and Louis Vuitton. She joined De Beers in September. Hello, Céline, and welcome to London. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Now, it must have been very strange to start a new job and move to a new city in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. How have you been finding things?
Well, it's been challenging for sure. I'm not different from all people who are affected by the lockdown. What's important to me today is to know that everyone in my team is feeling okay and safe and taking care of themselves. The second lockdown, I have to say, in the United Kingdom, and I'm sure this is true around the world for people who are watching us, seems to affect us all in a deeper way. So I really take comfort in the creative project we're discussing today. I'm in much need of escapism. So thank you, Rachel, for joining me in this journey throughout some of our favorite places in Southern Africa and Canada.
Since we can't be together, I'd love for you to talk us through the new collection, which really hones in on what De Beers does best, celebrating diamonds in all their forms and myriad colours, and showing us all that diamonds aren't just bright white, brilliant cuts. Am I right in thinking that Reflections of Nature is the first De Beers collection to really focus in on the beautiful places where your diamonds come from?
Yes, it is indeed. At De Beers, we're always inspired by nature. And with this collection, we wanted to take everyone on a journey and escape to these locations that reside in the countries close to De Beers' heart. So Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, and Canada. In this collection, we blend our expertise as the home of diamonds since 1888 with distinctive contemporary creativity. Our signature designs often include the use of rough diamonds, as you'll see, organic shapes, clean lines. The collection we'll see today features 5 sets and a total of 38 exclusive pieces using some of the most beautiful diamonds in the world, combining juxtaposition of rough and polished, white and fancy colors, and a plethora of fancy shapes.
I think it's high time we took a look at the jewellery itself. Let's start with Okavango Grace, which was inspired by the vast watery wilderness that is Botswana's Okavango Delta. Now, I know Botswana is the biggest producer of De Beers diamonds. What made you choose this particular location there as a starting point for this set?
Well, the Okavango Delta is an extraordinary place. It's the largest freshwater wetland in southern Africa. It's the main source of water for 1 million people and home to the world's largest remaining population of elephants. And it's vital to the region's future. Of course, it's also an important region within Botswana, and Botswana is a key partner for us. So we've been working in partnership with others to support community and conservation programs in the area as part of our long-term commitment, Building Forever. But when it came to creating this collection, our designers were inspired by the reeds that you can find in the water in the Delta. So if we start with the necklace, you can see here the rough and polished diamonds that are suspended in organic strands, and they're set to move with the wearer. For maximum fluidity, 2 rows of round brilliant diamonds edge a central line of green and pink roughs, bezel framed and spectacle set. A spectacle set is a sort of wire that goes around a diamond that allows the light to come through from the top and from the bottom. It's extremely complex to put together, and I'm going to talk a lot about it because that's at the core of craftsmanship really in this collection. The earrings are very contemporary design. You can see them on the screen. They're showcasing mysterious beauty of rough diamonds. The climber's earrings, they move like a liquid light, really fun to wear. This is because of the fluidity of their white gold spectacle setting again.
They're really beautiful, Céline, thank you. Now, what can you tell me about the next set and its inspiration, Motlatsi Marble?
The Motlatsi Canyon is in South Africa. It's one of the largest canyons on Earth, and it supports a wealth of subtropical flora. The set is inspired by the sun and the interplay with the scenery, the beautiful sunrises and the sunsets. So we were able to create a really seamless gradation of shades and hues and color thanks to the exceptional sourcing of fancy colors from De Beers. The color theme contrasts warm and cool tones, as you can see. We go from brown, pink, orange, and yellow diamonds, which suggests the intensity of the sun, to cooler brown, purple accent diamonds that are not to the shadow as it crosses the canyon. The Molazzi Marvel set features uniquely recut diamonds, meaning that they were hand-shaped to fit one-of-a-kind design perfectly. This is a very time-consuming process. It's done by hand, and it requires the highest level of craftsmanship expertise. The necklace here is a sunburst of diamond light and energy. It comprises 309 diamonds, a multitude of pear shapes, the largest of which is a little bit over 3 carat. There's a channel set row of white princess cut diamonds that anchor the fancy colored diamonds as they radiate outwards. The colors of those diamonds are pink, orange, and yellow, just like the sun.
Yes, you get a real sense of that light moving across the canyon from sunrise to sunset. Now, can you tell me about beautiful hoop earrings? I think they're so inventive in their design, but really wearable and versatile at the same time.
Absolutely. So those earrings, and they're one of my favorite pieces, they give the classic white diamond hoop a sunburst, color, light, and energy. The hoop itself features channel set princess cut white diamonds, from which you see a rare combination of colored diamonds from orange to pinks, yellows, and all of those again radiate on the outwards like the sun. Quite incredible.
Now we move from the depths of a South African canyon to the vast Namib Desert in Namibia. How did this inspire you?
Well, as you might know, the Namib is the oldest desert on Earth, and it's home to some of the world's largest sand dunes, and these are quite inspiring. The repeated pattern, which is the motif for this set, is inspired by the undulating dunes and the horizon line. You see round, brilliant pavé, which conveys the texture of the sand, while the rough diamonds express the desert's magic and mystery. The color theme is yellow and white, both for diamonds and gold. In this set, De Beers showcases a new aesthetic, a plethora of rough diamonds, oval in shape, and presented in a setting that took over 2 years to develop by our craftsmen. You see tiny gold caps that cover the top of the rough, so most of the diamond can be seen, move freely, and catch the light. To enhance the beauty of the rough diamonds, we chose to use a spectacle setting, which is that wire setting that I was telling you a little bit about earlier, which leaves the diamonds fully visible from both sides through the use of a wire bezel. The setting was made bespoke for every single one of the rough diamonds in order to sit perfectly around them. This is an exercise of patience, and it took 6 hours to create the setting and set just one rough diamond. Now, if we move on to the necklace, thank you. If we move on to the necklace, this incredible piece is sculptural, yet very free-flowing, like the desert sand. You see row upon row of handset white and yellow round radiant pavé, which alternate with fringes of rough diamonds. It's quite incredible to the touch too.
Yeah, I love the way that piece contrasts so many things, color and structure. Now we move to the depths of the ocean with the Landers Radiance set.
Yes, this set takes us underwater this time to a wonderland full of sea life, energy, and movement. Very different energy coming from this set. It has the largest mix of diamond cuts and colors. Quite incredible when you look closely at it. The round, brilliant diamonds evoke the coral, while the tutti frutti scheme of fancy colored diamonds in cushions, marquees, and shapes contrasts with it. It's a set that really masters fluidity. The necklace features spectacle set diamonds, which is again one of the signature techniques that we're using this year in our High Jewellery collection. And it's the most versatile necklace in the set. It can be worn in more than 5 ways, including a choker and a headband. The earrings, they're really inspired by the underwater universe. They come in white, yellow, pink, gray, and orange polished diamonds. They're very eye-catching. The pear shape that you can see appears to be freely floating in the middle of the design. It's suspended from an array of bezel-set round brilliant diamonds. It's quite incredible.
Finally, we leave behind the heat of Africa and travel across the world to the Arctic and to the icy Ellesmere Island. Celine, what can you tell us about this set?
So the last set takes us to a very different landscape, and it had to have a very distinct aesthetic that reflected the pristine wilderness of Ellesmere Island in Canada. The set is created exclusively from white diamonds, each one hand-selected for its astonishing clarity and beauty. There's kind of a Mandalay effect, a symmetry that reminds us of snowflakes, with floral, branching motifs forming the patterns. It's quite interesting. We chose round brilliant pavé diamonds to convey the purity of the ice, and the central cushion-cut diamond is surrounded by marquise and round brilliant accent diamonds. So if I talk about the necklace, it's quite a departure from the other sets, and we really wanted it to reflect the distinctiveness of the icy landscape of Canada's northernmost Arctic island, Ellesmere Island. The necklace is like a lace collar. It repeats patterns of frosty Arctic flora. It's framed by 2 channels of round brilliant diamonds, joined with a bow studded with cushion-cut diamonds. You could say that Ellesmere Treasure is a portrait of glacier glamour. The earrings that you can see are climber earrings, very modern. They reflect the purity of ice and the beauty of Arctic willow. From a sweep of round, brilliant pavé, delicate patterns branch out to hug the ear. The marquise diamonds terminating this arc of pavé, the design conveys the charm of frosted flora.
Now, Celine, I'd like to get to ask you a little bit more about your new role and your dreams for De Beers' future. What, first of all, attracted you to De Beers?
Well, I've always been very passionate about diamonds, their poetic symbolism, their beauty, their power, and of course about the possibilities they offer when it comes to creating jewelry. At De Beers Jewelers, I'm in a dream role. I get to bring to life breathtaking pieces of jewelry with our design studio and our craftsmen. I get to play with rough diamonds in their various forms, as well as extraordinary polished diamonds, whether they're white or colored. As someone who's been in the industry for a while now, I value the beauty and rarity of our diamond and our jewelry, but also its integrity. And to me, this is why De Beers Jewelers is so unique. De Beers coined the phrase, "a diamond is forever." You remember that. And our belief in the importance of forever is why we are committed to creating a positive impact on the natural world. So for me, personally, knowing that our diamonds are 100% conflict-free and have had a positive impact along their journey is incredibly powerful. As a mother, as a citizen of the world, as a jewelry lover, this was very important to me in deciding to join De Beers Jewelers as their CEO.
And how does it feel to be the first woman to become chief executive at De Beers Jewelers?
Well, I'm the first female CEO at De Beers Jewelers, but I'm one of many talented women in the group, including Sarah Kulijar, our group CFO, and Nancy Liu, our Forevermark CEO. I hope I will inspire young executives who ambition to hold leadership roles. Seeing someone in the seat really helped me along the way. Our industry is ready for more diversity and inclusion, so we're only getting started, I guess.
I agree. So what do you hope the house will look like in 5 years' time?
I'm really excited to bring a feminine and maybe a more adventurous touch to the brand. We are young. We're very young and vibrant. We only launched in 2001. Yet we benefit from over 130 years of legacy in the diamond world. We pioneered the use of rough diamonds in modern jewelry, and we have much more to share with the world, I think. We have an all-female design studio. They're brilliant, they're bursting with ideas, and my role is to empower them. So for the next 5 years, I see bolder collections in tune with what women are looking for today. The narrative has changed. It's no longer men buying for women or choosing their jewelry. Women today, women like you, like me, are empowered to make their choice, and the aesthetics of our collections reflect this shift. It's about oversized earrings, rings, ear cuffs, asymmetrical looks, versatile pieces. So stay tuned. We have exciting new designs in the works for summer 2021.
Glad to hear it. I know you've told me about potential collaborations. Can you share any more details yet?
So I just told you that we have a very talented in-house design studio, but I also trust that the brand will grow stronger by bringing in outside talent and sharing a platform of expression. I really believe that DeBeers Jewelers, being part of the DeBeers Group, has a responsibility to open our sometimes secretive industry to upcoming designers. This fosters dialogue, inclusion, it's healthy, and again, it brings diverse voices to the brand. This is what we stand for.
I also feel that sustainability is becoming an ever more important topic for jewelers and clients alike. How about your ambitions there?
Well, our belief in the importance of forever is why we are committed to creating a positive, lasting impact and protecting the natural world. How do we do this? By preserving biodiversity and by taking bold and innovative steps to address climate change and its effects for generations to come. So, as part of our work on environmental conservation, for instance, the BS set aside and actively manages a diamond route which covers around 200,000 hectares throughout Southern Africa. And these spaces are dedicated to the conservation of natural resources, habitats, and wildlife. We have made significant progresses in recent years, but we recognize that there's still much more to do. So we're getting to work.
Great. I'm glad to hear it. Well, thank you so much, Celine, for sharing your dreams and ambitions for De Beers Jewelers with us. I really look forward to seeing where the journey takes you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Rachel. I'm really excited. I hope everyone enjoyed learning about the collection, and I look forward to sharing more with you.
And thank you, everyone at home, in the office, wherever you are. Goodbye.